today's video, I'm gonna show you how I would make the Three Little Pigs house with my toddlers and preschoolers using whatever I have. I say this here all the time, but just in case this is your very first time to watch one of my videos, my name is Scarlett Tandy, and I am all about using what you have. If you're following along with my curriculum, we're at the very end of the All About Me theme. We've been doing it for the month of September. We're coming on the last week, which is about my house, and we've been reading the Three Little Pigs. Another thing that you'll often hear me say, you might be teaching the kids the theme itself, like exposing them to something new in a thematic way, or we're using our theme to teach them a skill. Earlier in the week, we were strengthening some of those fine motor by ripping the yellow paper and by cutting our brown paper to make our sticks, and also practicing those cutting skills of making our bricks. And we're doing all of this because on Friday, we're gonna actually act out the Three Little Pigs. I like to show you guys I practice what I preach. So I went and searched my whole house looking for what I would end up using if I needed this for my actual classroom. Because I would much rather use something I have than go spend my money on things that are only gonna be used temporarily. So as I was looking around my house for different things that I could use for the Three Little Pigs houses, here's some things that I just gathered. I found this foam board that I did like a brainstorming thing on before. So it's a little bit thicker. I could use this and just have them glue on this side or even cover up my little brainstorming session here. I found this. It came out of like maybe our new dishwasher, and it's just a very strong, sturdy styrofoam, and I could see myself using this for the stick house or for the straw house and just sticking a chair on the other side so it's not constantly falling over. I found this. It's a board that I used to teach a lesson at church. I no longer need it, and I'm all about, use what you got. So I would turn it this way. Like this would be a really good stick house because it's already brown. And then I found this cardboard box that I've already taped up and made into the house. I would probably use this for my brick house just because it is a little bit more sturdy. Because this lesson is gonna take place during 2 different small group times, I'm gonna use it to teach 2 different types of gluing. I know that gluing with toddlers and preschoolers is one of those things that some teachers will really argue about what is the best way. I choose to teach my kids in each one of those ways, and then depending on what we're doing, then I decide which one of those I'm gonna use dependent upon what skill I'm actually trying to teach them. And if gluing is not the skill I'm working on right then I'll just use glue sticks. Here's where you're gonna decide what type of gluing are you going to teach them during this lesson. So maybe for the straw house, you want that to be the introduction to how they use the sponge glue, where you put the sponge inside the container and then you pour the glue in there and it soaks it up. And that way, instead of them using a glue stick or a glue bottle, they just take the item and they stick it in the sponge and they stick it on here. I shared someone else's video a couple days ago on that just because she did so well. I didn't think I need to make a new one. But if you want to go check that out, go look at my reposted videos from a couple days ago. It's very important though that you use this time to show them how to use the glue properly, because when you walk away, you want to know that these kids know how to use the items that you're leaving in your centers or that you're using for your different activities. Put this flat on the table during our small group, and they're using the glue and they're just sticking these straw pieces sporadically all over. There's no rhyme or reason. It's a straw house. I'm fine with whatever they end up with getting this white area covered. I'll probably choose this to be my stick house because it's already brown. And with this one, because I can lay it flat on the table, I'm gonna use this time to show them how to make their dots. Remember the old saying, just a dot, not a lot? I'm gonna show them how to make dots in 3 little sections on here and how we can stick these. This being a stick house, I do want it to have some order, and I'm gonna show them how we could stick these in a row to make our stick house, and different kids can be working on different sections. Remember, the way I do small groups, if you have a co-teacher, you're gonna be doing this activity with them while your co-teacher is doing a different activity. And then after about 10, 15 minutes, y'all are gonna switch. So half the group will be gluing the sticks on. The other half the group can come and finish gluing the sticks. And then my last house is going to be the brick house. And because this box is standing upright, and we're going to be gluing the bricks on here in a line, I'm gonna use glue sticks with this one. That way it is less mess and it's not running down the box. So just kind of walking through that, like which one would work best with what they're putting the glue on. And that's how I would use whatever random items I have in my house to make the Three Little Pigs house. If you like lessons like these, go ahead and comment sub. We'll send you something that will show you how you can get signed up for a 7-day trial. You can get in there, check it out, download a week's worth of lessons for yourself, try it in your classroom and see if it works for you and the kiddos. And if it does, that's what I'm here for. And if it's not for you, you can cancel at any time. Bye guys.